let's talk the top sports story of the day. And Cameron Cox joining me now.
Yeah.
Cam, we're equating, or actually I should say we're connecting MLK with sports?
Yeah, you know, Tram, the Suns don't play today, but Devin Booker and the guys that told me in the past, it's such an honor and a privilege to play on this day, and it's so much more meaningful. It's always a special day in sports. Teams taking times during games and on social media to honor the life and legacy of civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. These tributes are very important. In the NBA, it's a tradition that dates back to 1986 when MLK Day became a national holiday. And on MLK Day, I love to tell the story of one of the best sports connections to Dr. King and the civil rights movement. And it started in August 1963.
I have a dream today.
Yeah, Dr. King had just delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech in front of 250,000 people, maybe more, including George Raveling. The name should sound familiar. He was the first African-American men's basketball coach at Iowa, the first black men's basketball coach in Pac-12 history, a basketball and college basketball Hall of Famer. Raveling also won Olympic medals as a Team USA coach. But in 1963, he was just a 26-year-old assistant at Villanova. Like so many, he went to the March on Washington, ended up being asked to help with security. Be some muscle on the podium just in case. Raveling stood feet away from Dr. King, and when the speech was done, he came face to face with King and boldly asked, "That was a great speech, Dr. King. Can I have that copy?" Dr. King handed it to him, and the rest is history. He folded it up, put it in the front of one of his favorite books, a personal signed copy of President Truman's autobiography, and basically forgot about it. Until 20 years later, a reporter asked him about being at the march, and Raveling said, "Yeah, I was there. You know I got the speech, right?" That was in 1983, 20 years later, 20 years after the speech, and it's been 40 years since then. 60 years later, and Raveling still has it. He's been offered millions for the speech, and guess what? The words "I have a dream" are not on it. A complete ad-lib by Dr. King. Raveling is living up to the words that he wants to share with everybody. Today, the speech is displayed at the National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C. He left it in his will to his son with one condition: he can never sell it. And Tremi talked about those words, "I have a dream," and what they can mean to people. Of course, Raveling being a coach, it was all his message to all his players his entire coaching career. Have that dream and follow it. And it's words he never forgot for standing just feet away, this close to Dr. King.
What a remarkable story. And just the fact that, can I have that? And
Yeah,
yeah, go
and
ahead.
he just had it. Put it away in a book.
I love that he will never, nor his son, will sell it.
That's the only condition. He's been offered, millions, hundreds of millions of dollars for it.
It's
but he says
priceless,
he wants to spread it around.
Yeah.
And from being on display in Washington, D.C., it might go back to Villanova one day, but he wants to make sure people can see a copy of it. So he's living up to his words, but he can never sell it. Yep.
Oh, great story. Thank you so much for that.